it's only been 33 years or something like that. Maybe, no, maybe it's been, how long has it been, darling?
I
I
just
don't
don't
know.
do the math.
I know. It's like that line from Auntie Mame when I guess Vera asks me, oh no, Mame asks Vera, how old are you? And she says, darling, I'm between 40 and death.
I love that. Yes, you're right.
It's a great
And
answer.
we'll
It's a
always
great
be
answer.
bosom buddies,
Yes,
friends, sisters, and
yes, yes,
pals.
yes. Well,
Yes,
I have no
exactly.
bosoms, actually. I'm as flat now as I was back in those days. But other
Oh,
than
I don't
that,
know what happened to me, but
you're so cute, Kim. Look at you.
oh,
You're
so
so adorable.
no,
You're
look at
so
you.
adorable. You're so
Well,
cute.
you're
You're
so
so
kind,
cute.
but look at you.
Oh my God.
Look how
You,
fabulous you look.
well, you look like you're very, very happy. You look like you're really happy.
Well,
It's great.
thank you. You
It's
look
great.
exactly how I thought you would look, and here you are a therapist, which is
Yes, I
fantastic,
know.
by the by, because you always
Yes.
were fantastic.
But I don't know if you'll be able to read it or not. Can you see what this says? One of my patients gave me this, and it says,
Okay.
she was comforted by the knowledge that they were helpless without her. See? See that? So that's my favorite cup.
That's how I feel. Yes, yes. You all are helpless without me.
You still look like a movie star.
Oh, you're so
You
kind.
do. No, it's your coloring and the hair and the beads and the whole gestalt. Yeah.
Well, I had done a series, a short-lived series called Waverly Wonders with Joe Namath. And I had always been into acting and auditioning. In fact, that's the only place that I really excelled in school. Academically, I was not a good scholar, but in drama and modern dance and debates, I was very good. I excelled there. So I just got out of school and started auditioning, and I had agents. And then I got my agents sent me out for the audition for Knots Landing. I believe I knew it was a spinoff of Dallas. And then I had another audition. And then I think I had one more with the Jim Houghton. And then it was signed, sealed, delivered. Then we just started working on it. And it was really great.
And you move to that cul-de-sac in the sky.
And I moved to that cul-de-sac. So how was it for you?
Sam was an actor at the time, and he was doing a mini series of Studs Lonigan, which was a book, and Harry Hamlin was Studs Lonigan, and Sammy played the Jewish friend. It's typecasting. He's still the Jewish friend, and so we had a break. So we went to the casting office, and they were all in a tizzy because we're trying to find this bitchy second wife for this new series called Married the First Year. He said my fiance would be perfect. I auditioned for Married the First Year, which was a David Jacobs series.
Mm-hmm.
And I got this part of this bitchy second wife. And then Christmas Day, we went to David's house for a little get together, whatever it was, like cocktails or something. And he said, I wrote this part for you. And he gave me the script.
There you go.
And
Fantastic.
basically, it was thanks to Sam. It was really thanks to Sam. But
we owe everything to Sammy.
well, we do, darling. But the problem was because John Flechette's ex-wife was David Jacobs' agent, John had already been cast as the male of the couple. So they had a hard time picturing John and I together. So
perfect.
The director, but we're not, it's like Woody Allen and Diane Keaton, right?
Yes.
So
perfect.
When the director, whose name escapes me, wanted to meet with me, Sam said, under no circumstances do you read for him because you've already gotten this part. And of course, we had the same agent, and the agent was like, what are you telling her that for? Why are you telling her that for? And because they couldn't picture John and I together, which actually ended up being a very interesting couple, to say the least.
I think so, yes.
I go in, and the director says, well, let's read a few lines. I said, no, I'm not going to do that. And therefore, I was John's wife for X number of years, however long it was.
Perfect.
It was based on a 50s movie called No Down Payment. So it was about four couples who bought houses on the GI Bill after the war in Levittown. And Tuesday Weld was in it, and Jeff Hunter, and all these wonderful actors. And when he tried to sell the idea to Lorimar, they said, nah, we want something bigger. So he came up with Dallas, which was kind of like giant. And then when
Hmm.
Dallas became successful, he got no down payment, aka Knots Landing, in the back door. And I mean, David used to say it was based on scenes from a marriage, but he
Yes.
told me it was based on no down payment, which was a little more American and a more kind of grassroots and more sort of,
Mm-hmm.
coming back from the war and buying a
Hamisha.
house and improving your station in life and whatever, which is how the show started out. I
Hmm.
mean, look at Don was a mechanic. He had his own
Hmm.
garage. John
Hmm.
was a lawyer, but he was kind of a schlub. Um, what did Gary do? What did he do? He did something. What did he
Gary
do?
was, what did
Rich, but
he
he
do?
did something. I don't know what he did. And your characters, he was into music, right? So
Hmm.
I don't know. They were all more relatable, you know.
Hmm. In the beginning, I felt Ginger kind of had a more straightish hair, more surfer type looking, and then suddenly we all got the big hair. What are those called? Shoulder guards or
You mean the big
yeah,
shoulder
yeah.
pads? Shoulder pads, just shoulder
Shoulder
pads, right?
pads,
Yeah.
yes. Yes. Never thought
They
they'd go
got
out of
bigger and the
style.
hair got bigger.
Hair was very big.
So
Yeah.
funny. So big hair, big shoulders.
I haven't seen any of the Knots Landings in since we did them. Have you watched any of them?
Not really, not in their entirety. I mean, once in a while a clip shows up, but not really. I remember that stupid episode. Oh, excuse me. That outrageous episode, that unbelievable episode of the bikers
Oh,
taunting us on the beach. Oh my God. And we all
yeah.
had to wear our bikinis, of course, which was,
Yes.
for any actress in the light of day over the age of 17 is a lot.
Disastrous.
And yeah. And we had to get our mohawks shaved too, because we were on a going on TV. Anyway, so I just remember those biker guys. I mean, the whole thing
It
came up
was
with this
ludicrous.
conceit. I mean, like when you go to the beach in Santa Monica, you see these guys on the beach all the time. No, no, it was so crazy. And I just remember, I think you got grabbed by one of them. You were like grabbed and you had to scream and flail
Yes.
your arms. And who saved us? John Plachette? I don't think so. I don't know how we got out of that pickle, but
Didn't we get back to the cul-de-sac somehow, or was that a different episode when we were
I don't
being
know.
accosted as well? And Michelle turned her, she licked her finger and took her wedding ring off and put it in her mouth to hide that she had jewelry or that she was married or something. I remember that. Oh my gosh. What about the haunted house episode?
Oh my God. That was homage to Julie, because Julie had done
Yes.
this iconic film called The Haunting,
Yes.
which was like a cult film. So they,
Yes.
to their credit, okay, that makes up for the biker gang. To their credit, they were really honoring Julie with that episode.
Well,
That
and
was hysterical.
it was so funny and so fun and so weird.
Yeah,
There were
and
such
creepy.
odd things that happened. And there we are. And we somehow had to be, we were barefoot. And so Donna was always kind of a little self-conscious. So she was always walking on her tippy toes, her toes. And,
I
and
just remember that it was. I also found out while we were there. We were in Pasadena, Altadena,
right,
some
right.
gorgeous old house.
Yes.
And
Some haunted house.
two things I remember were there were statues of naked men next to the front entrance, these kind of Romanesque
Oh,
statues. And I said to Julie, I said, look at Julie, there's this guy's, what there? Look at that. She goes, oh,
penis.
you're so ribald. That's what she said to
That's
me. You're so
yes,
ribald.
that would she say that word to me
Oh,
too.
God,
That
she was
ribald
funny.
is
And
fun.
then I got a phone call on the set that I found out, which I did not share immediately because I didn't want them to know for a while, that I was having a little boy. I got a phone call from my doctor's office that my test was all fine and I was having a male child, but I still didn't tell them for a while because I wanted to wait a few months before. Although, what was that lovely, lovely wardrobe person, Agnes? Remember Agnes?
Oh
Was it
yeah.
Agnes or Dorothy? No, maybe it was Dorothy.
Dorothy,
It was
Dorothy.
Dorothy.
Hmm.
When she took us shopping at Neiman's or wherever we used to go, as soon as I went in the dressing room, she said, "You're pregnant." I go, "Yeah, I know. Thank you very much. I know. But you know what? We're not going to tell anybody, okay? So just like keep it under wraps and let's flatten my chest because nobody will believe these are my titties." Okay. So anyway, but that's all I remember from that episode, except that it was really, I don't know, it's kind of cool,
It was
It was really
really
kind of
cool.
cool.
And but bizarre things happened. Like, I don't know if you remember, I had a Polaroid camera and I'd snap these little pictures. And I took this picture of Joan, and it was so ethereal and so spooky and so haunting. And I loved that picture. I had that picture. I was so proud of it. And I went around and showed everybody and showed to Julie because it was like she had a halo around her. It
Like an
was,
aura, like an
yeah,
aura
an
around her,
aura,
right? Yeah,
a
yeah, 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 yeah.
complete aura around her. Well, I loved that episode. It was really great. But another one that was sort of odd in the fact that I had been pregnant unbeknownst to anybody except myself and had the abortion with that only that mother knew, the Priscilla Pointer. She was
Amy Irving's
Amy
mom,
Irving's mother. Yes,
right?
Amy
Yeah.
Irving's mother. That always speech has always stuck with me about her saying that you killed that baby like a bug on the windshield. You just wiped it out. I remember those lines in that, but it was a very profound episode, I thought, and kind of timely in the fact that, as Knots Landing did deal with real situations, but that really, I don't think had been explored with too much before on a nighttime episodic television show.
My favorite was when it was intimated that Lisa Hartman and I were lovers, and so for the gag reel, John Pochette comes into our house, and Lisa and I have our backs to the door, and I'm nursing my son on camera. Oh my God, it was so real. I can't begin to tell you. And we had put fake mustaches on. You probably don't remember this. And so when John came in, and it took a lot to break John up, let me tell you. When John came in, we both turned around. Oh my God, he lost it. He just dissolved. He lost it 100%, but it was worth it because it was so funny. But I mean, it was intimated. It was never spelled out, but it was
Right.
certainly, I also
I
had my
agree with
butch
that.
mullet at the time too. So that was probably part of it.
She's on the porch of their house, of Ted and Joan's house, and she's standing there on the porch and she says, as only Julie could do, "I feel a storm is brewing." In that episode, and it just spoke volumes about our cul-de-sac.